Hi, it's Don Thornton again, and we're going to be talking about the power of no today in this episode of my video in Don the Short Sale Guy YouTube channel. Now, I had a conversation with an investor yesterday, and it's interesting, and it's not just him. I don't want to pick on him, but I have had some comments lately about from investors, and I'm obviously I work with newer investors. This is all street stuff. We're not doing highfalutin guru stuff. This is just how it's done on the street. And I've gotten every now and then because I've been talking more about some equity deals, about negotiating with homeowners, and it's interesting how um, there's a dynamic that I've noticed a lot in investing, and of course I went through this myself when I was younger, but I think that people don't realize the power of no, or what we call it is the power of the takeaway too, or we use the takeaway, and you have to be able to say no to people in your negotiations. Otherwise, you're not going to get them off their negotiating position. And what this is I guess there's a little bit of a desperation that happens sometimes with newer investors when they're very unsure of themselves. They're nervous and they want this to work so bad because they see other people getting deals and they want to get a deal too, and probably they need the money really bad. Lots of people do. And so it's almost like there's this tinge of desperation that comes out, and that's just killer for any negotiation. It's like dogs who smell fear. you know Homeowners smell weakness, and you have to be able to understand that in a negotiation, the side that is the less is less emotionally involved in the relationship is the one that's going to get a better win the negotiation, or at least get better terms, right? So that's why I've won every single fight that I've had with my wife, because my wife knows that just like that, if she doesn't give me what I want, or if I don't win the argument, I'm going to pack my bags and move to Argentina. And she knows that very well. That's why we've survived as a couple for 21 years. And when I say me going to Argentina, I meant my wife. So, uh, um, anyway, so no, my wife knows very well the power of no. But in real estate investing, it's also very important. You have to go into the negotiations with the attitude that you're going to be the one walking away, not them. And if they walk away, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Um, but again, you've got people that just get so tense. I got to get this to work. I got to get this to work. And it's like, no, 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 no. The deal works or it doesn't. The numbers work or they don't. That is the only thing that matters. Well, let me put it this way: there's two things that matter. One, and by far, it's the numbers. Do your numbers work? Do you have enough cushion? Do you feel like you're not going to get hurt if it doesn't sell for what you think what you need to sell it for? Okay. And second of all, you have to judge if this is somebody you want to work with, because this is a relationship. I mean, you may think this is just a real estate transaction. No, no, no. This is a relationship, especially if it's owner occupied, because they're still living in the house and you want them out. And right now we're in a moratorium of evictions and foreclosures, and that gives them more leverage than they would normally have. So it's important that you gauge whether this person is workable or not. Now, I just finished I finished the initial part of a flip I'm doing in Waldo, which is near Gainesville, and I got the deed a month ago, and the homeowner stayed for a month. And all I did was just we signed a no money lease agreement, or tenancy, for until August 15th, which was yesterday. But I felt like, look, she was an older woman. She has health issues. She wanted to move to Albuquerque to an assisted living center where it's warmer, and I gauged that, she wasn't just going to get the money and just sit there. So I made that decision. Now, what were my recourse? Could I evict her? Yeah, but it wouldn't have been quick. But again, you have to decide. if someone is, just you have to trust your gut a little bit sometimes, and I trusted my gut, and she got out, and she followed everything that was fine. But in our negotiations, she wanted $60,000, and I said no. I said that I was going to offer 40. And she came back and said, "Well, that's not going to work for me." And I said, "Okay, well, no problem then. Let me know if you change your mind. I'm here." And she came back 2 days later and said, "Okay, I'll take the 40." Right. So my point is that stick to your numbers and say no. And if some, because they're always going to push, they're going to push, they're going to push, they're going to push. And you've got to know what your drop dead number is. And, I was not going to go above 40,000. I was willing to walk away from the deal because I was not going to go above 40,000 because I feel good about where I'm at, because I'm at 158 in this deal. I got it for sale for 240. I suspect that I'm probably going to have to take 220. I mean, I'm just guessing, but I always, go 10 to 15,000, maybe 20,000 below what we start at, because that's generally the way it works. So I know that even at 220, I'm gonna make I'll make money. I won't, I'm not gonna be a home run, but you just and I had this one person send me a comment on my Facebook group, and he says, well, he had seen a video of me negotiating. I knocked on a door with an equity deal in Cocoa, and I said that this homeowner has multiple properties, and I said, well, I could buy them all for cash. And he says, well, how can you talk with so much confidence if you don't have the cash? And my response is always going to be, you fake it till you make it, right? If you get a deal under contract and it's a good deal and there's equity there, you can always find the money, okay? Understand that. You can always find the money if it's a good deal. So you can sit there and you can say, yes, we can do that for you. Even if you don't have the money set up, you can still say yes and get it. And what's the worst that can happen? You sign a contract, you make sure you have an escape clause to get out from under it if you need to, and you walk away if you can't find the money, right? But my gosh, don't let the fear of oh my gosh, what if I can't find the money? Well, what if you can? What if you can find the money? Okay? And so, in this particular negotiation, I wanted to get it for 50. And they wanted 65. And so we went back and forth, and I just said no. I said no twice to them and said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. And then they called back, and they came and told me their final number was $60,000. So I went to, that's 5,000 as a note and 55,000 cash. So I went to my realtor, and we looked at the comps and everything, and we feel pretty good that we can get 115 for it. So I said, okay, I'll do it. They got me up 10,000. But they weren't going to sell it to me at all. So it's important that you understand that you no is an integral part of any negotiation. So don't be afraid to say no. No is your friend. No sets up boundaries for you. No protects your money, your profit. Okay? And be willing to walk away. Have the attitude that I don't care if this works or not, because another one's going to come down the pike. You got to have faith that you're going to keep working at stuff, and you're going to get another house, and another house is going to come in. And even though maybe you don't feel that confidence right now, you have to fake it, pretend, act as if. Okay? Very, very important. This right here is more important than any strategy you'll learn from some guru about how to get this and that, because no strategy works unless you negotiate it. Okay? I hope this was useful for you, and keep watching.